What's up, guys? The Snowman here. Football video today as the NFL draft is this week. It's a huge week for football fans, full of hope and potential, plenty of dreams coming true. We're going to go over all the basics of the draft, the history of it, the format, draft order, compensatory picks, basically everything to get you set and make you a more informed viewer for the draft this year. So what is the National Football League draft? It's an annual event which serves as the league's most common source of player recruitment, also called the player selection meeting. Each of the 32 NFL franchises take turns drafting players from a pool of eligible candidates to add to their roster. Certain aspects of the draft, including team positioning and the number of rounds, have been revised since the first NFL draft in 1936. However, as of now, the draft currently consists of 7 rounds, so teams are given 7 draft picks for each draft that they can either select players with or trade away to other franchises. Let's talk about who's eligible to be drafted. Players must be out of high school for at least 3 years to be draft eligible. Technically, players don't have to attend college in that time, but virtually all the players selected in the NFL draft have played college football, usually in the US. So even if a player redshirts a year in college and then plays 2 years of college football, they would still be eligible since they're 3 years out from high school. Sometimes we see a few players occasionally selected from other football leagues like the Arena Football League, Canadian Football League, even Germany, and even stranger, sometimes we see players who didn't even play college football. Guys like Colts tight end Mo Alley-Cox or Chargers great Antonio Gates, both playing basketball in school but not football. There aren't any rules that say you have to play football to be draft eligible. In terms of the actual draft selection order, it's based on each team's win-loss record in the previous season and whether the team reached the playoffs. This is an example of the 2023 first-round draft order. Teams that did not reach the playoffs the previous season are ranked in reverse order according to their records, meaning the team with the fewest wins is automatically awarded the first overall pick. If we have ties between teams with identical records, the NFL has multiple tiebreakers set in place, chief among them being strength of schedule. In this example, Chicago finished with the worst record the prior year at 3-14, therefore they pick first in every round, including the first. Houston was second worst, they pick second, the Cardinals in third, and so on and so forth. That's how it works with the non-playoff teams. Then for the teams that make the postseason, teams that lose in the wild card round have picks 19 through 24. If you're eliminated in the divisional round, those teams get picks 25 through 28 in each round. Conference runners-up pick 29 and 30. Super Bowl runner-up always picks 31 the following year, and the Super Bowl winner would be awarded the 32nd pick in each round. One note to make, teams are able to trade their draft picks before and during the draft. You might see picks traded for players like the Steelers and Bears did with Chase Claypool, or even picks traded for other picks like how Carolina moved up in the 2023 draft to acquire Chicago's #1 overall selection. That's why sometimes you'll see a team that has multiple picks in a specific round, or maybe even 0 picks. That's because they've either traded those picks away or acquired extra picks from other teams. Another reason a team might have more than one pick in a given round is because of compensatory picks. Basically, each year a total of 32 compensatory picks are handed out based on players that each franchise lost and gained throughout free agency. Teams that have lost more compensatory free agents than they signed the previous year receive somewhere between 1 and 4 picks between the 3rd and 7th rounds. Compensatory picks are awarded each year at the NFL annual meeting, typically held at the end of March, about a month before the draft. In terms of the actual draft schedule, it's a 3-day event. The venue changes from year to year, but it usually takes place in late April, Thursday night being when the first round of the draft takes place. Friday night is for the 2nd and 3rd rounds, and then the 4th through 7th rounds are taken care of all day throughout Saturday. As for the timing of each round, each team has its representatives attend the draft, and during the draft, one team is always on the clock where it's their turn to make a selection. Teams have 10 minutes to make their choice in the first round, 7 minutes in the second round, 5 in the 3rd through 6th rounds, and 4 minutes in the 7th round. They communicate with the league office who they're selecting, and the rest is history. Thanks a lot for watching my NFL Draft Explained video. I hope you found it informational. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media for more weekly videos. Cheers!